What's up, Cancer? Welcome to 2019. I'm Chris. This is your January Taroscope. So, Cancer, just had a new moon a couple days ago. New moon in Capricorn. Some may say the official start of the new year. I've been trying to do this incense to like set a little mood here. Kind of gets me like in like the spiritual zone, but like it keeps blowing in my face. End of the night, kind of showered, hairbrush, feeling good, feeling like calm, cool, collected. My room looks really like peaceful right now. And I think that's what we're doing here, Cancer. We're getting into the vibe of peace, in the Cancer vibe of security and warmth and comfort. Because 2018 was wild, wasn't it? Lots of ups and downs, right, Cancer? Lots of ups and downs. And I think now, Cancer, we're ready to build. You're ready to build. We're ready to build. Cancer rising, right? We're ready to build this year. We're ready to establish ourselves, right? We've learned to weather the ups and downs, weather the waves, the crashing and the rising and the falling, and you know, we'll never stop going up and down because we're the ocean, we're the water, right? But now it's not going to be like so low, I don't think, right now, right? I think the start of the new year has Cancer just ready to make things happen, right? Feeling really supported is what I feel with Cancer, right? All right, so Cancer, let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's start pulling cards and see what's going on for you in the month of January. What's going on for Cancer in the month of January 2019? What is the central energy for the sign of Cancer? If you guys are interested in personal reading, that's in the description, as well as the cards I'm going to be using today. PayPal links, I just wanted to mention that real quick. I got donations. I've been getting donations, and I love those, guys. Like, I didn't even think anyone would actually even donate, and you have been. And it just warms my heart so much because it makes me feel like, of course, I love when you buy readings, but I also, like, when I do these videos, it makes me feel like you get something out of it, and I really appreciate that. So if you want to go ahead and donate, that link is there below. As well as my Instagram, check me out there. All right, so let's go ahead, Cancer. Queen of Pentacles in reverse is your central energy. So contrary to what I just said, there might be a feeling of needing to kind of get settled in the domestic world, right? Cancer, wherever your heart is your home, right? And so that's what I'm thinking is going on here. There might be a feeling of not, this isn't bad, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. I just think it's not really being sure of your domestic situation right now. It might be that you're kind of in flux, right? You might be on the cusp of a move. You might be just struggling to feel at home where you are right now, right? 2018 might have shaken a lot. The new moon the other day was also a partial eclipse, right? Partial eclipses shake us up. They shake our foundations. So you might be feeling a little shaken up right now, Cancer. You might be really desiring stability. You might be desiring security, right? You might not feel as connected to your family as you would like to be, right? You might not be feeling as connected to the things that make you feel good, the things that make you feel secure. And actually, what I think more than anything, what this might be, Cancer, is surrounding money, right? So I think whether or not you are comfortable in your living situation right now, I think that your situation with your money, with your career, is kind of probably in a state of flux right now, right? So in other words, you might be looking to move into a new job. You might be looking to move into a new home soon, right? Your money might just not be as fulfilling to you as you would like it to be. So whatever it is, whether you're moving, whether you need to change jobs, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse is starting off telling us that there's change on the horizon, right? Because I don't think Cancer can stay in this place for very long, right? You guys need the security. You need to feel like you know what's happening. You need to feel like you have like that home to go to, right? So let's see what else we got going on for Cancer in the month of January. Don't like be discouraged by this though, because I do feel like the Queen of Pentacles energy is there. What I've been feeling a lot with these reversals is that the energy is present, right? So even what's happening with a lot of the signs this month is, even if like things aren't exactly where you want to be, there's at least an impetus, right? So the Queen of Pentacles, even though she's showing up in reverse, it suggests to me that there's like this drive towards achieving this. right? This is on your mind. Whatever it is in your material world that doesn't feel like totally settled right now, it's on your mind, which means that you're making things happen, which means that you're making moves, right? Which means that things are on the horizon, change is on the horizon, strength. A lot of trying times, Cancer, right? And I think this is you really trying to get a grip on what you're doing, where you're going, where you're living, right? This is that need for security. This is that need for comfort and safety. And I think that you guys might be coming into January feeling like kind of bossy, right? Like as much as there's flux, right? There's also this sense that you can handle it, right? That you feel competent, capable, in touch with like the thing inside you that makes you feel strong. So this is kind of what I was saying about the Queen of Pentacles sort of being an impetus and a drive, right? So you have this feeling, you have this energy of Queen of Pentacles of not feeling so totally secure. And then what happens with that energy, right? This is exactly what I was saying. You use this to drive yourself forward. You use that energy to buckle down, to hustle harder at work, maybe to accomplish the things that you want, right? If you want to move, it's about you know, how much money do I need to get there, right? If you want to switch careers, whatever it is, I feel like it's really driven by your finances. And what I'm saying here though is that there's strength, there's movement, there's hustle is the word I'm going to use, right? It feels like a big hustle with Cancer right now. You guys might be really like putting your nose down to the, someone corrected me on this once, grindstone? And just basically hustling, right? Trying to get out of your situation, trying to change things for the better, trying to really work so that like your future is where you want it to be. So in your future, in the near future, this Queen of Pentacles turns upright, right? And I do feel like there is support here, right? I do feel at Four of Wands, there is support with strength, and especially in this deck. There's a way that her relationship with the bear kind of symbolizes like a partnership, kind of symbolizes like a symbiotic relationship where they're traveling together, where they're in this together. And then you have the Four of Wands. So exactly what we were talking about, guys. Four of Wands is the safe and comfortable home. It's the feelings of protection. It's the feeling of celebration, of connection with your family and your loved ones. So this is what you're being driven towards, right? And I think even coming up at this point in the reading, what this might be saying is that, because sometimes in the beginning of the spread it represents the past. So you might be missing this, right? You might be having some nostalgia for a time where I think maybe there was comfort, where there was security, where things were easier. You might be missing family members right now, right? Either way, though, this is a really positive sign, because what it shows me is that you guys are moving towards happiness and you're moving towards security and comfort, and you feel reasons to celebrate life right now is what I want to say. I think that you we're strong, we're putting up with a lot of things, and now there's sort of a sense coming into January of you know, joie de vivre, right? Just feeling gusto for life, feeling exuberance for life, being really optimistic about the future, right? Being really hopeful about the future, being look at positivity, Six of Wands. So again, there's a lot of emphasis here, I think, on connections with people with these two cards, right? So I do think Cancer, to go back to this, I will retract a little bit. I don't think that you're necessarily, in the light of these cards, not feeling supported or strong, like from the people around you. It's very clear that you are, and it's very clear that in the past few months, I think you guys have been having a lot of successes, and that you've been getting some recognition, and that I feel when I look at these cards together, like there's a swelling inside of Cancer of pride, of happiness, of like being ready for what's next, right? Some, like in my head, I just got like some of you might be like looking for to have kids. Some of you might be looking to move into a better place, right? Like your home, right? A better job, better job. I know Cancers personally who are on the cusp of moving right now, right? And I haven't talked to her since she told me she was moving, but I bet that she's really excited. And I bet that this is probably where their move is, when they move. I think that that's going to be like where they create a family. That's my prediction of those people. But that's kind of what I'm picking up when I'm looking at these cards, right? Whether or not you want a family, whether or not that's something on your plate right now, I think that there's ultimately this sense of homecoming, this sense of desire for something bigger and better and greater. And I think that you guys have been winning. I mean, look at this combination of cards here. Winning, right? A lot of successes, a lot of but you know, this doesn't mean that you guys are like broke, or that you're unhappy in your jobs or whatever. I just think you know like how good it can be. You know what I mean? It's like I was going to use a maybe slightly inappropriate example, but if you've ever done like I don't even want to say this, but if you ever done like ecstasy or something, or Molly, right? It's like being sober isn't sad. It's just like you were so elated that like now being normal feels like depressing, right? So that's what I'm getting at. It's like, it's not like you're in a bad place. It's just that compared to where you have been, compared to your ideals, you might be feeling like there's a lot of work to get done, right? So Cancer, really promising here so far going into the month of January. I told you guys, I really feel like there's a drive to build, and a drive to create, and a drive to create joy. Drive is what I feel like with you guys. A lot of celebration too. I think January, you're just going to be like celebrating life, celebrating your accomplishments. There's like almost an ease. There's almost like a little bit of a weight that might be feeling like it's coming off your back. Maybe you had a lot of good times for the holidays, right? Maybe you were with your family. You got some time off of work, whatever it was, you know, that now is making you feel like super strong and super connected, right? But I keep coming back to that Queen of Pentacles in reverse in the middle. I think Cancer, you know, the example of why I wanted to use that example of like the ecstasy is because I think part of this is in your head. And it's not that it's imagined, it's just that it's not as bad as you might think it is what I'm trying to say. That you're actually more secure, you're actually pretty stable, and again, if there's any feeling of lack or wanting, it's only because you know how good it can be, right? Because the Queen of Pentacles, she's love. She's love personified. She's nurturing personified, right? So Cancer, why are you in your head like this, right? Why is there still feel like there's this unsettling? Because like this is so far the most positive reading I've done for any of the signs, right? Five of Cups in reverse. See what I'm saying? Like this feeling is almost imagined. Because the reality of it is that you're waking up to the fact that you have a lot going on for you right now. You're waking up to the fact that there's not need for struggle as much right now. Now, some of you might get really pissed off at me because maybe you're struggling right now, right? But it's not an end-all be-all kind of struggle, right? You're not like so deep down depressed, right? You're not just seeing the negative in things. There's a lot of positive to be seen right now, Cancer. So if you are feeling down on the dumps, I challenge you, Cancer, to sort of take stock of the good things that you have in your life right now, and sort of remind yourself like what you could be grateful, what you should be grateful for, what you should be grateful about. Because like I said from the beginning, we're building. And Cancer, you have to make sure that you're building on a foundation that is real, and that you're building on a foundation that's honest. And you have to kind of know what you have going for you before you can like create more. You know what I mean? So no matter how you're feeling right now, Cancer, whether you're feeling elated or whether you're feeling like down in the dumps and you want to like press the dislike button on this video right now. Take heart that things are not as bad as they might have been, right? It almost feels as if the worst is past. And what it's done is taught you so much about yourself and what you're capable of. And now you're just like ready to make moves. Now it's like this very easy way, I feel, of accepting certain things and rejecting other things, right? Of saying what's good for you and saying what's bad, right? Knowing what supports you and knowing what you just don't have time for anymore, right? Boundaries. King of Pentacles. Do you see what I'm saying? How now we're moving through this. And now here we go. We go from the Queen of Pentacles in reverse to the King of Pentacles upright. Going through the month here, guys, towards the end, owning your ability to create. This is that impetus that I was talking about, right? How this feeling drives you to make more money, to hustle harder, to do more things, to be able to provide for you and your loved ones. I think that's something Cancer is very driven by. You know, wanting to say, like, make a lot of money, but because you want to, like, spoil people you love, because you want to provide for them, because you want to be close to them, you know, you want to travel home as often as you can, right? Like, those kinds of things. Now, this boss-ass King of Pentacles energy is coming in, and now Cancer is getting a hold of your finances, and you're taking control, and you're, like, the master of your realms now. This to me is an extension of strength, right? Whereas this energy is reversed but a little softer, now we get to this place where it's a little tougher, right? Cancer's gotten, I think, a little tougher. Not so much in your feelings anymore, right? Not in your feelings anymore. Instead of waxing or pining for something that you know might be past, now looking forward to what you can create, to what you can build. Quintessential card for building, growing, manifesting. Manifesting in the material world, right? So now, Cancer, I think part of this might be coming from struggles that you may have felt with significant others. Right? Your love life might have been feeling a little off in the past few months, right? You might have had difficulties with the spouse or someone you were dating, or just like having a hard time dating, right? Or just feeling like a lack of love in a way, right? Because now we have this couple here, and I think both of them represent you, but I think that this energy represents the way that someone else was affecting you. Because this to me is certainly your energy and what you're carrying forward through the month. Now it also could be that what I said before about feeling supported, right? So the King of Pentacles could represent someone who is helping you out. You know, maybe if it's just good advice. And this is a person. This is you, right? And this person is who they are because of where they came from, because of the family they have, the things they were taught, the advice that they're given, and then they become this fully realized person who's so capable and so kind. King of Pentacles, so generous, so loving, yeah? So able to be there for everybody. Very Cancerian energy for an Earth King. And then last but not least, the Sun. Cancer, joy, going into this year with happiness. Literally, I'm going to show you guys these cards. Bottom of the deck. 3 of Pentacles. So we'll talk about that. But look at this. Look at this spread. By far, single-handedly, the most positive spread I've done this month. Celebration, happiness, success, joy, moving you forward, breaking you out of this place that you were in, where you were supported, and now you have the power. Now you're self-empowered to move forward. And what are you moving towards? To create joy, to create happiness, to be a light to the people in your life, to be a light to the world, to provide, to be the person who shows love. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Pentacles. Creating. Again, like the theme, I said it. Sometimes the stuff I say in the beginning of the reading just keeps coming up a lot, right? Building. Creating. Cancer wants to put their energy out into the world in a way that that creates, in a way that's collaborative, in a way that makes you feel part of something bigger, in a way that gets you recognition. So Cancer, let's pull a couple outcome cards here, right? But overall advice, looking at what we have here already, I would say, again, this is really important, I think, and this, right? Because these are connected in a way. When I'm saying, like, count your blessings, like, remember what you've accomplished, right? Remember, like, know how strong you've become. Understand what you're working towards. Keep that in perspective always. That you're working towards love, that you're working towards family, you're working towards joy and happiness, right? All of this, the King of Pentacles, I think that's also partly why the Queen came out reversed, because she's very, like, of the domestic world, right? But the King of Pentacles, to me, is one of the most generous cards in the deck. Look at his face. He's very benevolent, very loving. Look at the way his hand is open, right? This isn't somebody who hoards his money. This isn't somebody who, like, flaunts his success and power over other people. He's like that dad who just wants to give and give and give. You know what I mean? So that's more of what you're coming into, right? A little less of the softer Cancer this month, a little less of the softer Cancer this year. And it's not negative, because what you're working towards is joy, brilliance, right? I think you're gonna see, like, with the return of the sun in the spring, and then especially in the fall, in the summer, like, I think, guys, you have a really exciting year to look towards. I think there's just gonna be so much happiness, so much material success this year, so much like joy, right? So much joy, so much, like, leveling up in life, right? Let's look at some outcome cards for you guys. So much leveling up this year. I really feel that. The Wheel. Things are turning. Times they are changing, and they're changing for the better, Cancer, right? We've been through it. It's been hard. And now things are just going to start coming your way almost effortlessly. I mean, you're going to have to hustle and put the time in, right? You're going to have to work for it. That's not what I mean by effortlessly. I mean effortlessly as in, like, you don't have to force it, right? You do the work, you put yourself out there, you extend yourself in the right directions, and things just start coming your way. Big moment this month, Cancer, in January, you're going to feel a major, major shift in how you feel about your life, about everything, right? This card turns upright with the Wheel. Right? Okay, let's pull two more. Really, really bright here, Cancer. Really bright year ahead. And again, I want to reiterate, if you're not feeling bright right now, just trust. Just keep your nose down, keep working, and stay connected to things that matter to you, the people that are important. The Tower in reverse. Guys, I hardly have a negative thing to say about anything here. And I'm looking for it. I'm like, don't be all positive and just like find something. But the cards are so obvious. This is the first time this card has come up, and you're the 7th reading I've done this month. First time this card has come up. 7th reading this month. This first time, right? The Tower in reverse. All those false foundations that fell away. You're clearing the rubble. right? The worst is past. If you need another sign, here, the worst is past. The tower fell, right? And so you don't need to worry about building false towers now. I think you know better. I think your intuition is telling you better. I think your intelligence is telling you better. So don't be afraid right now, Cancer, that if good things are happening, that something's going to go awry. Because what this is telling me is that you're building on foundation that is solid, that is fortunate, and that is like in your favor. Building. What's the opposite of the tower falling? Building. I'm very impressed with myself right now, if you couldn't tell. Also really happy because, you know, like I said, I have prominent Cancer placements, and I know what it's been like. I know the struggle has been going on. And I also know how we're not out of the woods yet, but how much better it feels, how much more competent we feel, how much stronger, you know? All right, one last card for Cancer for the month of January. Hey, Six of Cups. Now we're going back to joy. Now we're going back to happiness. Now we're going back to the feelings of comfort and warmth and security. This can also be the past, but it's more than that. It's like sort of like the joys of childhood. The comfort of childhood, when you were cared for, when life was simple, when you just played and grew and became yourself. So Cancer, happiness going into February with tons of joy, tons of connection, tons of satisfaction, like just the warm fuzzies in your heart. I saw this card a lot when I was shuffling, but I ignored it. At the bottom of the deck, the Two of Cups. It doesn't matter if you're looking for a relationship or if this is just loving yourself, and as corny as that sounds, I really feel like the Two of Cups is just love. If you're single, maybe you don't even need to be with somebody, right? You might be in a place where you're just feeling yourself and you're feeling your life. But if you're looking for love, this is a sign. Underneath the deck, like, what is the bottom of the deck tells us what is driving us. What forces are like pushing us forward? Love. Love in all forms, Cancer. All right, I'm gonna wrap up this reading with I've been using this deck. I wasn't sure, I don't know why I wasn't sure if I wanted to use it right now. This is a Supra Oracle. It's kind of the companion Oracle deck to my tarot cards by Uusi. Again, I told you I'll put the description in the name in the description. I've been starting to use these in my generals. I've been working with them privately for a little while, but now I'm ready to let them see the light. So let's see what one piece of advice we have for Cancer going through the month of January. What can we tell Cancer going through January? Pisces got something similar. Is it ironic that two of the water signs I've done so far, you received the heavens? This is reaching forward, reaching to the sky, reaching to unlimited potential, reaching to your ideals. So Cancer, this is a good sign to just expand. Expand your mind, expand your heart. Like, don't limit yourself this month. Don't limit yourself in 2019 by what you believe is possible. Right? Dream big. This is asking you to reach into your ideals and bring all that greatness, all that love, all that intelligence, all that power down into the earth, down into the reality of your life. And this is a sign that it's at your fingertips. It's available. It's accessible to you, right? So just start reflecting. Imagine Cancer. Imagine the possibilities. Like, use creative visualization this month to create. Okay. Cancer, I love you long time. Again, private readings in the description. Link for donations are there as well. Please like and subscribe. It's a great month ahead. I'm so happy I got to talk to you guys. So positive. I cannot believe how positive this is. The only thing I would say again is like, don't trip yourself up by overthinking or being afraid that like it's too good to be true or something like that, right? Embrace the happiness. Even if you're sad, embrace, like, own your happiness. It's gonna bring you a long way, right? All right, Cancer. Great talking to you. I'll talk to you in February. You take care. Bye-bye.